All right, guys, welcome back to Sport Baseball 9. Today, I'm finally back with the current team, and in this one, I'm going to be playing the Royal 3 All-Star game. Let's find out who made it from our team this time around. And so we got 5 batters and 1 pitcher. We got Soto out in left, Tatis out in center, Judge out in right, so we got the whole outfield. And then we got Elly De La Cruz at third base and Bryce Harper at first base. And then pitching-wise, we got Paul Skeens, who made it in the 5 spot in the rotation. And now, without further ado, let's get this thing started. I'm curious to see how the CPU is going to do in this one, because we only have 1 pitcher, so the rest of the time, we're going to be watching them. And then batting-wise, we got 5 batters, but they're kind of spread out. So we can't really get a bunch of hits back-to-back with our own guys. So we're going to have to rely on the CPU a little bit today as well. But they got a 121 Diamond Decker leading off. We got Woodward on the mound, and he walks the first guy of the game. That's a great start right there, my man. Come on, let's just roll 2 right here. And it's a fly out to Soto. I was hoping that wouldn't get down. All right, there's our first out. Now if we roll 2, we get out of this. He's swinging, and no, it gets down. All right, so he's already walked a guy, and we gave up our first hit. We got men on first and second and 1 out. They got a guy in scoring position now. Is Woodward going to choke here in the first inning, and then he gets a strikeout? Now we got 2 outs, and that brings up the 118 overall Diamond Murray. Can Woodward get out of this? And Soto, come on! No! Soto misses the diving catch, and we give up a run in the first. I can't even get upset with Woodward right there. That should have been a play that we make, and he's already choking. Thankfully, we get out of the inning with the strikeout right there, but we're down 1-0 already. Bottom of the first, they got a 124 Diamond Castillo on the mound, and we got our Diamond Bryce Harper leading this thing off. Already got ourselves a 2-strike count. We're contact swinging and fighting. Come on. And a gyro ball in the dirt, and we strike out to start. And that brings up Soto. We finally get a fastball. We take it back in the middle, and it's a fly out to center, and we got 2 outs. And that brings up the CPU for the first time in N. Thompson. Can the CPU start a 2-out rally here? And all right, they get walked. That's big, because now that brings up Aaron Judge in the 4 spot. And we get the fastball, and we fly out the center again, and we're not able to do anything right there. The CPU gets on base before us. Top of the second, and we're bringing in the 127 Diamond Perkins. And that's a good start right there. And another walk from the CPU pitchers. Come on, y'all. On the ground. Let's roll 2. Come on. And boom, out of it. Bottom of the second, we got the CPU leading this thing off in Diamond N. Johnson. And they bring in a 124 Diamond Rodriguez. Can the CPU get on base again here? And it's going to be a ground out to second baseman. And now that brings up our Diamond Tatis. And we're underneath the fastball, and it's another fly out. We got to start locking in on these guys. Come on. 2 outs, and that brings up D. Shaw in the 7 spot. Come on, Shaw. And is that going to get down? And no, it's a fly out to center in a 1-2-3 inning. Top of the third, and we're bringing in a 120 overall Diamond Cruz. And that's a quick line out there to Thompson to start. I like that. And another walk. That is our 3rd walk of the game. Come on, y'all. Get it together, Cruz. In back-to-back walks, and they got another guy in scoring position. You got to be kidding me right now. It's on the ground. Come on. Harper, roll 2. He's too fast with the 118 speed, and now they got men on the corners and 2 outs. And that brings up Murray, who had the single and got the RBI on Soto, not making that play. And now we bring in a Diamond 117 Nelson. Come on, Nelson, get out of this. And he walks, and we had the bases loaded now. Our 3rd walk of the inning. Please, please get out of this. It's on the ground. It's to De La Cruz, and we get out of a bases loaded situation with nothing. Why is the CPU stressing me out like this today? Bottom of the 3rd, and we got our Diamond De La Cruz up. And we line out to the first baseman. 1 out, and that brings up our 9 batter in the CPU Platinum catcher Evans. And they bring in a Diamond 122 Sparks. Come on, Evans. And another line out to the first baseman. 2 outs, and it brings us back to the top lineup in Harper. Another 2-strike count with Harper. We're contact swinging and fighting again. Come on. And we get our first hit of the day. A 2-out single from Harper, and we got some life right here. And now that brings up Juan Soto in the 2 spot. If we drive it in the gap, we can probably score Harper from first and tie the game. And come on. Oh my gosh. It's flyout city on these perfect pitches, man. Come on. Come on, man. Top of the fourth, Nelson starts out with the ground ball to De La Cruz, and boom, we got one. And now that brings in our Diamond Paul Skeens. Slider high and in. On the ground, right to Thompson. There's two. 0-2 count, you guys know the deal. High inside cheese, and he's on it. Come on, Soto. And he didn't even try to dive for that one. And you know what? I don't blame him, because he dropped the one in the first inning that gave up a run, and we still have not gotten a 1-2-3 inning this game yet. Another 0-2 count. We're going to try the gyro ball low and away. Hits it right to De La Cruz and get out of the inning, but still not a clean one yet. Bottom of the fourth, we got Thompson back up. They bring in a Diamond 120 overall starting pitcher in Cheney. And it's on the ground, and that's just going to be a ground out to start. Aaron Judge back up. 1 out, bottom of the fourth. Fighting with the 0-2 count now. Contact swinging Judge. Let's just put it in play. And he does, and it's going to be another fly out. 2 outs, and that brings Johnson back up. They bring in a 117 Diamond McDonald. Can you get on base here and bring up Tatis? And is that going to fall? And it does. Let's go. And the CPU gets a hit here with 2 outs. Can we finally string something together? And yes, that brings up Tatis in the 6th spot. And we get the sinker, and it's a line out to the first baseman. Top of the 5th, and we're bringing in a 124 overall Diamond Blanco, our first relief pitcher. Down the line, De La Cruz, solid over there at the hot corner. Right to Shaw. There's 2, and we're bringing in a 118 overall Diamond Maxwell. Can we get our first 1-2-3 inning right here? Pop it up, Soto. Don't drop this one. A fly out, and boom. We finally get a clean inning here in the 5th. Now, if we could only tie this thing up. We got Shaw leading off the bottom of the 5th. He's got some of the highest power in the game, and it's just going to be a ground out to the shortstop. 1 out, and that brings Ellie De La Cruz back up. And they bring in a 120 overall Diamond Rivers. And I don't know what else to do. We're timing these up, right on it, and it's just fly out city, y'all. Can we please get something to go in the gap? Can my 9 batter and the CPU get on again and bring up the top of the lineup? And they do. Another 2-out single from the CPU. The CPU has more hits than me right now. They have 2, I only have 1. And that brings up Bryce Harper. And what do you know? Another fly out to the center fielder. Top of the 6th. Can Maxwell get an out right here? Easy play for Shaw. And there's 1. And we bring in a 108 overall Diamond relief pitcher. I'm not liking this. But it's on the ground, and Ellie makes the play. There's 2. Can Jacobs get 1 more out right here? And a strikeout. Let's go, baby. Bottom of the 6th, Soto leading this thing off, and we are still scoreless. They bring in a 118 overall Diamond Romero. And what do you know? Another fly out. Okay, Thompson, what can you do here with 1? And the CPU's flying out. 2 outs, and that brings Judge back up. Judge, at this point with your power, I just need you to hit a solo shot. And they bring in a 128 overall Diamond relief pitcher, the highest overall pitcher we've seen today. And he doesn't even throw a fastball. It's grayed out, so we're just going to contact swing this whole at bat. Maybe we somehow hit a contact swing home run. 0-2 count. I'm not liking this, y'all. We get a sinker and another fly out. Top of the 7th, and we bring in a 115 overall Diamond Del Rio. And that was a perfection pitch. And he goes back to the same pitch, but that time they get a hit with 1 out. Let's just roll 2. Come on. Right to Ellie. Beautiful. And close play, and we get him. Bottom of the 7th. Johnson back up. He singled earlier. Can he start this thing out with a hit? And no. Takes the curve to the ground to the shortstop, and it's 1 out. And that brings Tatis back up. Thank God they took him out, and they bring in a 117 Diamond Dotson. What is it going to take for us to put something in the gap? Hey, let's go. It's down the line. Send Tatis. I don't care. Finally, our first extra base hit of the day. And we got a man in scoring position, 1 out. For the first time today, we have a guy in scoring position. That brings up Shaw, the CPU. Come on, Shaw. Show off that power, baby. Or not. That's okay, though, because that brings up Ellie De La Cruz. 2 outs, man in scoring position. We're down a run in the bottom of 7th. Can Ellie clutch up here and tie this ball game? Fighting with 2. And let's go, baby. It's down the line. Back-to-back doubles for us. And we finally tie the game, and we got another man in scoring position, 2 outs. Can the CPU clutch up now and give us the lead? Come on. And it's going to be a ground out to to the shortstop. But you know what? We'd finally clutch up and tie the game. Top of the 8th, and we're bringing in a 120 overall Diamond Mejia. If I pronounce that wrong, I apologize. And wow, that was hit hard, but thankfully Soto makes that catch. 1 out.
Strikeout.
And there's a strikeout. Let's go. Can we set him down in order? Right to Shaw, and Shaw makes the play. 1, 2, 3. That's beautiful. Bottom of the 8th, we got the top lineup back up in Harper, and they bring in a 122 overall Diamond Edwards. And we're gonna start out with the fly out to the left fielder. 1 out, and that brings up Soto. We get the slider and another fly out. 2 outs now, and that brings up the CPU and N. Thompson. Hitless today, but drew a walk. Can he get his first hit right here? And he does. It's down the line, and the CPU gets their first extra base hit. A 2-out double. Let's go, baby.
Save.
Because now that brings up Aaron Judge in the 4 spot. 2-out situation, man in score position, just like last inning. Can he clutch up like Ellie De La Cruz did last inning and give us the lead? And it's a line out to the first baseman. Top of the 9th, and we bring in our Diamond closing pitcher, Dale. And they start off with a single. Not what I wanted to see. Tatis, we got to lay out for that one. All good. Let's just roll 2. On the ground, beautiful. Spoken into existence. Let's go. Let's get this out right here and then walk it off in the bottom of the 9th. Easy money, Thompson. Boom. We got M. Johnson leading this thing off. And now they bring in their Diamond closing pitcher, a 120 overall, Goodman. And we start off with the ground ball to shortstop. That is okay, because that brings up Tatis, who doubled in his last at-bat. Let's do that again. And we do the same exact thing. We ground to the shortstop. And now it's all down to the CPU Shaw. He's 0 for 3. Our last outs to avoid going to extras. And some of the weakest contact I've seen today. And we're going to extras now. Top of the 10th, Dale, you got to lock in, and that's not what I wanted to see. An exclamation point pitch to start, and he gives up a leadoff single back-to-back innings. He's in the orange. This is not good. They bunt him into scoring position. All right, we take that out at first. Man on second, 1 out. Come on, Dale, I need you to dig deep. Are you kidding me? And they get a bloop single, and they're going to probably take the lead right here. Why did we go home? And Dale is costing us here. It's 2-1 now. And this inning is just getting worse. Can we throw him out at home? And no, it's 3-1 now. Dale is costing us. Our closing pitcher is selling. No. Oh my gosh. Please. How many hits in a row is this? Man on first, just get a ground ball. Oh my gosh, y'all. He's given up 3 runs this inning. This is actually atrocious. Guys, what is going on? They got bases loaded now and 1 out still. Dale's in the red now. Oh my gosh, he finally got another out. Talk about blowing the All-Star game, my man. He's sweating, as he should be. And you've got to be kidding me, y'all. A bases clearing double, and we're down 7-1. Dale choked so hard. And we have no one else in the bullpen. We've used everybody already. And another hit. Guys, is this ever going to end? Talk about a comeback that we got to make right here. This is actually a joke right now. This is actually a joke. This isn't real life, is it? 9-1. We've given up 8 runs in extras here in the top of the 10th. And that gets through too. A 9-run inning.
Safe. Strikeout.
And he finally ends the inning with a strikeout, but not after giving up 9 runs. And now we got our work cut out for us. Bottom of the 10th, we got Ellie leading this thing off. Here goes nothing, I guess. You know what? We'll take the exclamation point pitch for a double. Couldn't get a home run on it, but you know what? You know what? I was about to say, are they going to send him to 3? That's a little risky for Mitch Trubisky. Lead off double play gone, and that brings up our 9 batter. And he gets a hit as well. All right, first and third, no outs. How about we have ourselves an inning of ourselves? Top of the lineup, and that brings up Bryce Harper. And that's going to be, on the line. Let's go, baby. Another double, second and third, no outs. We got life here in the bottom of the 10th. And that brings up Soto, who's 0 for 4. Fighting with 2. And it's down the line. Another double. And that scores 2. It ain't over yet, y'all. It ain't over yet. And that brings up the CPU again in here in Thompson. Come on, Thompson. He's in the orange now. And that's going to be our first out. A line out to the second baseman. And now that brings up Judge in the 4 spot, who's also 1 for 4. Fighting with 2 again. And that's a fastball right down the middle. He's laying up meatballs, and that's going to score another run. And another double. We're stringing them together right now. 10-5.
Safe.
The CPU has to get a hit right here. Come on. And the CPU gets our second out, possibly. Why did Judge go back? He would have been safe at first. Now we got 2 outs, man of scoring position. It's all down to Tatis. Goodman is in the red out there sweating. And that's going to get down for a single. Come on. First and third, 2 outs.
Safe.
Sadly, that brings it all down to the CPU. Shaw is 0 for 4. Shaw, if there's any time we need you, it's right here, buddy. Can the CPU clutch up and keep this thing alive? Exclamation point pitch. And it gets down for a double. The CPU clutches up and keeps this thing alive, and that's going to score 2. 10-7 game. There is no way, y'all. This is crazy. And now we got Ellie up. 2 for 4 with 2 doubles. And Goodman is officially out of energy, y'all. Come on. Is that going to be down? It's down. Another double. Send him 3. I don't care. All right, we send him 3. 10-8 game.
Safe.
And it's all down the CPU again in the 9-batter Evans. He's 2 for 4 with 2 singles. If he gets a hit, he keeps the game alive, makes it 10-9, and gives us another chance. It's back with the middle. Oh my gosh. He makes it a 10-9 game. This CPU is clutching up. And now it's back to Bryce Harper, top of the lineup, with a chance to tie the game, if not hit a 2-run shot and walk it off. This would go down as my greatest walk-off of all time. Give me that exclamation point pitch. He's got no energy. And it's off the wall. It's going to be just short of a walk-off home run. But now we got second and third and 2 outs still. If we would have homered, it would have been game, but it brings up Soto. If Soto gets a hit right here, we win this game and complete a 10-run inning to come back from down 9 runs. Come on, Soto. Oh my gosh. It happened. We completed the greatest comeback of all time in Baseball 9 in the Royal 3 All-Star Game. Soto with a walk-off 3-run shot, and we get the dub 12-10. The craziest inning I've ever seen here in extra innings in the 10th. I can't believe what just happened, y'all. Wow. Holy cow. And obviously, Juan Soto gets the MVP with having the only home run of the game and it being the walk-off. And that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you guys next time.